All right, this video is just going to be a little bit about the history of of First Community Church here in Oak. And as you can see right there, it says 125-year anniversary celebration was in 2017. So 2019, 127 years of being an active gospel witness for the area, and we just praise God for that. And off to this side here, I'll just read it and add some details to go along with that. So the church, 1892 is when it started, and going back a little bit prior to that, Oak, Nebraska was originally called Oak Grove, and Oak Grove, it was the original town site was about 2 miles. 1.5 to 2 miles from our current location, and it was a ranch that grew into a small town. At that time, it was a Pony Express station. Is also a stop along the Oregon Trail as well, and there's a lot of neat history that goes with that. The town moved from that location to its current site in 1888 when the railroad came through. And 4 different businesses were moved. The complete business, the building, was put on skids and hauled from not quite 2 miles to its current location here. And that was pretty neat to hear about that and the history with that. The population of Oak grew to between 200 to 250 during the early 1900s. Was the biggest it was, and currently we have about mid-50s for population here in Oak. What's interesting to note is that Oak had as many as 5 churches at one time here in Oak, and from various backgrounds, denominational backgrounds. First Community Church originally started as a Methodist church and was built in 1892. The church was transferred to First Community Church in 1948 with that, and then Village Missions started supplying spiritual leadership in 1958, and so Village Missions, with 2019, is entering its 61st year of supplying spiritual leadership and for First Community Church. And so there's been a long history between First Community Church and Village Missions. And I have not tracked down the answer, but Village Missions, and I should say First Community Church is one of the earliest churches to have joined Village Missions, because Village Missions didn't start too much before, not too many years before First Community Church. Village Missions was celebrated 70 years, and they've been here 61 years at First Community Church. So that's pretty neat. And of course, for a 127-year-old building, there's been multiple upgrades throughout the years. And in a previous video I shared was the church office, and that was one of the more recent additions that was put on. And so we just praise God for the many blessings and the history of the gospel witness for that First Community Church has provided over the years, and Kelsey and myself are extremely glad to be here and continue the gospel witness for the area surrounding Oak, Nebraska, as we proclaim the good news of Jesus Christ